Have you ever felt that strange sensation of being watched, That prickly feeling on the back of your neck when you're home alone, but you just can't shake the feeling that you aren't? I think we all have. It's a primal instinct, a remnant of a time when being watched usually meant you were about to become someone's lunch. But in our modern world, in these concrete jungles we call cities, that feeling takes on a whole new and arguably more unsettling meaning, especially in places like Singapore or Hong Kong, where apartments are stacked so closely together you can practically reach out and touch your neighbor's window. You live your life in a grid of 1,000 other lives, 1,000 other windows, all looking out and all looking in. It's a strange kind of intimacy, isn't it? You might not know your neighbor's name, but you know when they do their laundry, what they watch on TV, the faint silhouette of their life playing out just a few feet from your own. And we put up barriers, don't we? Grillies, bars, curtains, little metal and fabric walls to carve out our own private space in the sky. We tell ourselves they're for security, to keep the outside world out. But what if they're not just keeping things out? What if they're also keeping things in? And what if the real threat isn't from the street below, but from the window right next to yours? Imagine this. You're in your apartment, maybe making a cup of tea, just going about your day. You glance out your window, past the cold, familiar pattern of your own security grill. Your eyes drift over to the window directly across the small gap. Another set of bars, another dark square in the massive grid. It's just part of the scenery, something you see every single day and never really notice. But today is different. Today, you notice something. A flicker of movement in the shadows of that other apartment. You focus, squinting a little. There's a person there. You can't make out their face, just a dark shape against the gloom of their room. They're not looking out, not at the city, not at the sky. They're looking at their own window, at their own bars, and then their hands appear. They grip the metal. You expect them to rattle it, maybe, or just rest their hands there. But they don't. Slowly, silently, the bars begin to bend. Not with a crash or a clang, but with a quiet, sickening warp. Like clay being molded. The straight, protective lines twist inward, forming a grotesque, grinning shape in the metal. It's impossible, but it's happening. The metal groans softly, a sound you feel more than you hear. And then the figure begins to move. They start to squeeze through the mangled opening they've just created. A shoulder, then a head. Coming through the impossible gap. Coming closer. Suddenly, your own security bars don't feel so secure anymore. They feel like the bars of a cage, and you're the one trapped inside. What do you do when your neighbor decides to visit, and they don't bother with the door? Some things once seen can never be unseen. Thanks for watching, like and subscribe for more.